Most people just have piss poor habits. And, you know, I've had these same habits for about 50 years now. And I don't even think about it. I mean, it's just like brushing my teeth, taking a shower. I just do it. And one of the other interviews that I did with you, I said, when I do feel wimpish, which isn't too often, I just say, what's wrong with you, you cunt? Come on. And I just go out and do it. And I do that about my entire life. Everything about it. And I know that if I hadn't built up these habits 20, 30 years ago, you know, at age 70, I certainly wouldn't be doing this, because I haven't had to work in a long time, since my middle 30s. So half my life, I've had the wherewithal to not have to work. And a lot of people, a lot of reelers, ask me, how do you get up in the morning? What motivates you to get up in the morning? You know, one of my goals for this year was to go to the gym twice a day. Not once a day, twice a day. And of course, I don't go to a gym per se. I have gyms in my home. So I got to walk 50 feet or 50 yards or something. So it's not like I got to get in a car. But, you know, if I didn't, if I had to get in a car, I'd still do it. And because, you know, working out is part of my lifestyle. And I mean, good habits are hard to come by. But what's even harder to come by are people that have good habits that you can be around. That's even tougher.
Why is that?
Because you are, as I've said before, you are the average of the 5 people that you spent the most time with growing up. That's normally your dad, your mom, blah, blah, blah. But show me your friends now and I'll show you your future. And most of the guys, not just watching this program, but most of the guys on the and gals on the planet, let's go out and have a drink after work. You don't say, oh, well, he's a high performer, she's a pisshead, that's not how you pick the group, is it? A bunch of guys get in a car or they get in the lift, go downstairs, walk across the street to the pub, right? Right. Well, next, if you think about it, okay, well, I really don't mind having a drink with those 2 people over there. So why don't you initiate the request and say, why don't you and I, the 3 of us, go have a drink? Let's say that they're your supervisors. They're people that you look up to. They're more successful than you are, as opposed to the way that you do it now.
So people don't spend enough time selecting that peer group, even
Correct.
if they have the good habits. You're
Correct.
saying that's not enough.
Yeah, because they go to default.
Okay. What are some of your other good habits before we move on? You said, well, working out I know is one of them, but what are some of them, if you had to pick 3 or 4, that highlight you as a high performer?
I never give tacit approval.
What does that mean?
Tacit approval is you say some bullshit, okay? And I don't say anything, I'm quiet. Or I might even consciously or unconsciously shake my head like that. That's giving you tacit approval that I either agree or don't disagree enough to open my mouth. So then now you go away to tell the other reelers, well, you know, Dan agrees with that. Well, that's bullshit. So I go out of my way. And that's not one of the things that scares me, but I go out of my way to make sure that if I hear bullshit, I tell them it's bullshit.
That's a good habit in life because it just keeps you with the right people. It
Correct.
gets your message out loud and clear.
Correct. And
Okay.
especially in my position, because a lot of people follow me, it's even more important. Yourself included. More people follow you than follow me, so I mean, it's even more important. But most of the people that are in what I call the personal development game do just the opposite, because they want to sell them something. They've got something to sell. And after they've sold them something, Brian, they've got something to upsell them. And then they got another upsell and another upsell. I have no fucking upsells. I give everything away. The only place I make people put skin in the game, if you want my free mentoring program at the end of the seminar, you got to pay to get to the seminar. But as I've told you before, and I told, with the greatest respect, BBC earlier before I got here, I used to do the seminars for free and put 700, 800, 900 people in a goddamn hotel auditorium at the airport.
But it didn't work because they didn't have skin in the game.
It didn't work.
Right. And now what do they pay, roughly, to come
20
see you?
grand.
Okay. Dollars.
Sterling.
Sterling. Okay. And that's the way that works, because you get them with skin in the game. All right. No tacit approval. Good. Give me a couple more.
Well, you already said working out. No tacit approval. clean my Sam Walton's sundown rule. That means that before he left the office every day, until he died, till he got sick, everything on his desk, every message that came in, letter, etc. I don't think he was into emails. He answered. If nothing more, he had one of his assistants, same as I do, get back and say, Brian, Mr. Pena saw your message, and he'll get back to you by the day after tomorrow. At least he's saying he got the message, but he didn't have time to answer it right now. So I clear my desk, Sam Walton's sundown rule, every day. And some days, I normally go to sleep between 11:30 and 12. But the days that you get emails or people that get emails from me at 1:30, 1:45, or 2, it's because I was implementing Sam Walton's sundown rule. So that's a great habit.
Sounds like over communicate. That's what you do. You don't give tacit approval. You get back to people quickly.